Let's go. Welcome to Bird's Eye View. Yeah, this is Perspectives. We got a new special edition on the way, man. It's the first episode of Bird's Eye View Perspectives. Once a month, we're doing something a little different for you guys where we got a couple topics where we're gonna talk about basically as a collective. It's gonna be our opinions. We want you to share your opinions, live feed chat, fill it up. You know what I mean? Let's just engage with each other and see how each other think. You know what I mean? It's a perspective thing, and everybody's perspective matters. So
Yep,
that's
yep,
what we got
yep,
going on.
yep. He said it best. I mean, this is just a platform. Whatever you feel, you say. If you don't feel it, say it too. You know what I mean? So let's get right into it.
Let's get right into it. So the first question, what we got?
We going over to Meg the Stallion. Ain't that what we talking about?
Yeah, we got Meg the Stallion, man. It's like, ah,
This is,
do you consider Meg the Stallion a positive role model? Do you
uh,
consider Meg the Stallion a positive role model?
okay. I'll give my answer. If I had a daughter, uh, I would say no.
You would
If I
say
had a daughter,
no?
yes. If I had a daughter, because I'm not speaking from what may be. I'm speaking of what I see, right? And I'm
Mhm.
speaking of just in general what I believe. Let's just say like my daughter would see. I'm not saying that an older person can't have a role model, but I'm not looking. I don't look to pop culture for my role models. So it's pretty. It's like the younger you are, the more influential, the more influenced you are, right? So I'm thinking of a younger. So like I said, if I had a daughter, I don't know if I would would I want my daughter repeating what she sees Meg Thee Stallion doing, or doing repeating what she does. Nah, I feel a certain type of way, man. That's just me. That's
Mm.
just me.
Saying personally for me, I mean, like, it's kind of hard to have an opinion about somebody I don't personally know, but based off of what I see, what everybody's taking in on social media, the way that she's portrayed, and her own. You have a choice. Like that's our slogan. The choice is yours. So hearing her music and the things that she chooses to speak about, like she should know she has an army of young women behind her. They're one of the biggest consumers in music. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So for her to be pushing these type of lyrics, knowing that these girls is like portraying or mimicking the same thing, like I feel the same exact way. I got a little sister. Like I'm definitely not playing no Meg the Stallion around her.
Right.
Like that is
Right.
out.
It's out.
That's
It's not
out.
happening. It's not happening.
Nothing against her, but yeah, I wouldn't really say positive role model.
What's the flip side though? It's definitely a flip side to it.
The flip side is maybe personally, she actually might be a good role model. Like if you sat there and talked to her, because most people just put on an image, like, like,
Mm-hmm.
like The Rock ain't talking to his family like that when he in the house, calling them jabronis, and you know what I mean. Like it's just nah, that ass though. Like I could just imagine
Call him the what though, bro? You might as
the
well. I mean,
jabronis.
I don't know what you're talking about. So what you like? What do you? I know the Rock from like the movie with Kevin Hart, and like I don't know what you're
Oh
talking
nah.
about.
The Rock from WWF, WWE. The Rock,
Yo,
like Stone Cold Steve Austin, he not like say his kid got in trouble. He not gonna give him the Stone Cold Stunner.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So it's just an image. It's just an image. But like I said, the flip side might be personally, she might be completely different. I heard she went to college. I heard, she ain't grew up in that type of. I heard she was never a stripper. I heard a lot, but then again, you hear a lot. So
it's all from media, man. It's all from media. Like everything we know about these individuals and these celebrities who are just like us to an extent, we only know of them through the media, which kind of highlights how much we don't know them.
right.
Maybe I don't know. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough one and an easy one for me. I mean, for me, I'm not saying anything about her as an individual, but the image, my daughter, younger sister, anybody out, any younger, nah, nah,
Megan
nah.
needs. No,
Yeah, nah. We ain't rocking. We ain't rocking with
don't even
that
sound right.
one.
It don't even
That was,
sound right.
yeah.
Yo, yeah, that's deep, bros. So as far as yeah, on that note, that's a thumbs down for me, man.
Yeah. Same here. So next question that we got coming up. I'm sure
Mm.
everybody's heard of, rapper PNB Rock, unfortunate tragic event that happened out in LA. Uh it's really sad, man. It's sad to me because I feel like it's it has nothing to do with this individual being a rapper or anything, like a celebrity or anything like that. It's
You don't think the
another
label
person.
counts?
Hmm?
You don't think the label counts? Celebrity, famous, rapper.
It counts. I mean, it counts to the extent that we're talking about it. I mean, I could tell you somebody that got killed out here. You wouldn't know. It wouldn't mean anything to you if they weren't a
Right.
celebrity. But I don't value his life over this person's life, this other person's life, especially since
Well,
I didn't know. You get what I'm saying?
so real quick, right? All right, so we got the random that obviously it counts, but doesn't have effect on you in any type of connection way. But then you got music where you could have been going through it, and this rapper got you through those times just listening to their songs. So
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Not to take away from bro PNB Rock, but I'm gonna talk about another rapper who died. This is like the only I only have one vivid memory like this, and I was young, bro. Damn, you might not even been born, bro. I was young though. I was at a Pizza Hut, uh, and Biggie had got killed, and there I was actually there with a group of it was like a youth group. I think it was from my church. Yeah, from my church. And this girl was just like, bro, she was just like pouring crying. And I'm like, I mean, she was same age as me. I'm like, you didn't even know this dude. Like, what? Why are you crying so hard? Like, what? At such a young age. But what you just said, it's like, man, the songs, the attachment to certain emotions can make this individual special to somebody. Certain songs got them through certain things. So you do have a point, bro. I actually would switch up my situation. Like it's not just a regular person to everybody. Um, through music and through him sharing his gift and his creativity, it does draw a connection that can kind of like extend beyond actually physically and personally knowing somebody. So yeah, that was a good perspective that you kind of laid out.
yeah, because I mean, like, I do music personally, and I feel like that is, like, if I was to talk to somebody me doing that on top of a track is the same exact way. Like I'm trying to get my point across.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I can't really speak for everybody because some people rap about shit they don't live, but it's still a relation there no matter what, because somebody's gonna be related to it. Whether you actually do that or not, somebody's gonna be related to it. So um, like I think when Biggie died, what was that, 94?
I think 9,
And Pac was 95, or 93 and Pac
6,
was 95.
9, 6, I think. Don't quote me,
Not
bro.
6. Well,
I got
yeah,
the computer
I
right
was
here,
only,
bro. Let me find the dates for you, bro.
yeah, because I was gonna say, I was born in 94, so that didn't have no impact on me.
Yeah.
But it had the impact on a lot of people, like, family that obviously grew up and seen them in that era, in that limelight. But then again, like, as far as me growing up and like King Von, I can't really say felt remorse because of what he was rapping about. Like, you promoting it, like, of course, like, we don't want you to die, of course, but feeling remorse, that's hard to say for if you're promoting.
Right.
That's kind of hard to say, like, you see what I'm saying? So it would have to be somebody who was uplifting, like when Nipsey. See what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even, like, to be honest, like, I don't really listen to Nipsey songs.
Right.
Like, I've heard a couple that hit me where I did play on repeat,
Right.
but I knew the cause, I knew what he was doing. So that hit hard. It's like, damn, like, you done took one of the ones that was actually kicking for us to be like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, so that
Yeah.
I could feel that.
Pac was 96 and Biggie was 97.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you was living and breathing for both, but yeah, it didn't have an impact. You probably was like doing this type of stuff
Three.
to get to both of them and stuff, like, in the
Yeah, I caught
campus.
the, like, the way after effect.
Yeah. But nah, the Nipsey thing. So like, I remember when Nipsey passed. Kind of like, it was like, I felt like most people had no even idea who Nipsey was. I mean, I know for a fact that many people had no idea who Nipsey Hussle was. And immediately after his death, it was a spike in his. I mean, it's like most musicians. It's a spike in their airplay. It's a spike in their sales. I feel like a lot of people only then were able to like dive into his work and give him credit. What you think about that?
Yeah, because we got this thing, right, where everybody's super nosy, whether they want to admit it or not. So if you see something trending, rapper just died from LA, game banger, it's so many things that will make you like, oh, what the fuck is going on? All right, let me check. And then it hits the algorithm, so it's pushed everywhere. Everybody's clicking on it, clicking on it, clicking on it. So now obviously you're like, wait, who is Nipsey? Oh, he a rapper? Let me go try out one of his songs then. You see what I'm saying? So like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them plays could just be from being nosy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I didn't know he made this song, and then click it. You know what I mean? Who's to really know that, like, it's like, all right, we're listening to Nipsey now. You see what I'm saying? So like, yeah, definitely, like, yeah, it can have that effect. It definitely has that effect. That's what makes it like, whoever owns that music, they definitely getting paid off that. You know what I mean? Like,
The
that ready
record
to
labels, man. Just look at. I tell people all the time, man. You look at the back of the CD. If you're
right.
on iTunes now, just scroll down to the bottom of the track listing. You will see that copyright line. It's usually gonna say one of the three main labels. That's who own the music. That's who making the
Yeah.
profit. That's who's gonna be pushing everything. That's who, during the career of these artists, they're the puppet masters. They're the puppet masters. They determine when the albums come out. They determine when the now, some artists are in position or been able to position themselves a little bit more strategically,
Yeah.
but have a little bit more of a input or insight. But It's a tragic situation, bro.
How you feel about the artist passing away and whoever's on top of the music, uh, throwing out all of these new features and they're
Uh,
gone.
right.
Like
So that's dang, that's crazy. So I've talked about this before, right? So
yeah,
an artist gonna sign a contract. When an artist signs a contract, um, it's an agreement. Part of that agreement, they receive something to give something. Most time they receive an advance, certain amount of money, and in return they deliver masters. They deliver, their creations. Um, it doesn't matter what they hand over. Once they hand it over, it's deemed a work for hire. So the label can do whatever they want to do with it by that contract. It doesn't matter. But to this specific question you asked me, a lot of times, and most people don't know this. So say you have a project and the project has 12 tracks on it. There may have been 15, 16, 17 tracks recorded.
okay,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Per album. So if you think about it, if an artist has recorded 5, 6 albums for a label, they got a bunch of tracks that's
yeah.
just there, unmastered, unreleased, on whatever. The label has all the right they need to take the tracks and put whatever artists, whatever features, whatever side artists, however you want to call it, onto it. So how do I feel about it? I feel that it's what everybody signed up for. That's me being like just kind of knowing like it's what's in the agreement. It's what they signed for, you know. But I do know that labels take advantage of these situations because they only come one time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
somebody die, you gotta take. That's the last big opportunity you gonna have. Make the best of it.
Hey, yo,
So
I just feel like on the aspect of let me kick up for the local rappers, that the ones that want to make it right. I feel like as much as people out of the blue start promoting the ones that died, reposting them, posting up their old songs, reliving their old songs, I think you should just do that as much for your local people that surround you, like, or even your own music. If you a rapper, like, how
yeah,
you reposting this guy more than yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I think you should just have the same like approach, man. Like you marketing them so much. Like,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you think about you marketing a person that's dead. Like, you see what I'm saying? If you could
Person
do
that's
that,
dead. Yeah, person that's dead. And I was about to say like person that you don't know, but that's not even really true.
yeah,
Because like you said, music. I mean, I believe music speaks. So like, you could technically have this crazy connection with this artist. They brought you through some of your darkest moments. So who's to say like you not supposed to support versus your local artist? You don't have no connection to them, and you never, you know what I'm saying. So it's tough. You can't really tell people who they should support. Like,
yeah,
why do I like going to this grocery store to get my fruit versus this store?
mm,
Um, it's always gonna be that opinion that's there. But I'm for local artists. I'm for local artists. I'm for local talent. I'm for local entrepreneurs. I'm for local content creators. I'm for local everything. Like anything you got going on in your circle, if you really think about it from a building, community building perspective, it's in your best interest to support those in your community and uplift your own community.
yeah,
Because now
right,
that and I don't it is never to come off. When I say your community, I don't it has nothing to do with the way I look. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's your community, your circle. If you know this person and you know that they are striving to do something or they have a business, support them, right? That's keeping, if you really think about keeping the dollar, if you just can imagine being like putting a GPS tracker on a dollar, tracking that dollar, right? So if you support your local community, boom. Now, the concept is supporting local community. Not just, it's not just one degree of that. It'll be,
Yeah.
infinite. So I support my local community. I support Street Dreams. Boom. Street Dreams supports, boom. They support, boom. They support Prisonage. Prisonage supports, boom. What it does is it creates a community wealth. It creates a wealth system that becomes self-sustaining, and it does not require external. You ever driven through a community? This is a great community, and then you hit a community and it's just like, oh shit, damn, what happened? This shit just like fell off. And then you boom. It's
Yo.
because typically that community say, oh, well, let me drive to this community to go do my shopping at the mall in this community. Oh, let me drive to this community to go get my groceries from this community. Let me go to this community, and it's not in their own community.
Yeah, yo, it's almost like it's like a mall. Just think about a mall, like each store is thriving off each other,
Yeah.
really, because the lights is on by the same provider. So, like,
Yeah.
lights is on. So if I got a store in the mall, like obviously I gotta worry about my rent or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, if nobody's coming to this mall, we all done up. So it's the same
Right.
thing with your local community. If nobody is putting a dollar in to this, then don't expect your roads to. Like,
Right.
there's a lot of things that could be better, and
Yeah.
just,
Don't
you're
expect it.
bringing you're putting your money across like over there. You bringing it
Yeah.
downtown. You got to drive 30 minutes away. You're putting your money over there, and then
Yep. Yep.
complaining about driving back
Yep.
when you should have just established it or looked at the person who's establishing the studio right next to you.
Yep.
But you know what I mean? Like exactly what you were saying. Just yeah, man. Like just think more. You know what I mean? Like just think more. If you just really sit there and think, you'll see like the grand scheme of why that's important.
Yeah. And
Really,
how it really works.
guys.
You know what I'm saying?
GPS the dollar, man. GPS the dollar. Like,
Put it on there, man. You will see how the money flow really works. Follow the money. A wise man, he's like a brother to me, man. He always told me, man, follow the money. You won't be surprised and you won't be shocked by the way things happen and things are working in your society. It's sad, bro, but that's the real truth. That's the real
the real
truth,
truth.
man. Real truth. So,
The real truth.
you want to jump the last question off?
Yeah. Well, what else we got up here? This the one that's like, hey yo. So I ain't never like, to be honest with you, like usually like shit just like I see what's going on, but I know what to touch on. I know what not to touch on. For some reason, the keep it a stack, the White Lives Matter didn't even get me. That didn't get me.
Me
But
either.
the just I don't know, something about seeing them on Drink Champs got me. Like no cap, bro. Like it really got me. Like that's why and it was crazy that we had a talk earlier and you told me you watched the same interview that I literally just got off watching. And I'm like, yo, like this shit is really it gotta be hitting right now then. It gotta be hitting. Kanye 2024. Like
I'm
that
saying,
shit.
man. So I don't know where to start with this one. Because I can keep it always. I mean, my simple answer is that everybody says he's crazy. It's me. He not crazy. Everybody says what he's doing is out of line. It ain't out of line to me. That's my simple answer. But I know that there's a lot of in between. There's a lot of in between with it. So Man, bro. I mean,
I mean, let's
mental.
let's bounce off. Like, how? What made you go to the interview?
What made me go to the interview? So what made me go to the interview was because I had this ain't the all right. This ain't the first Kanye episode. This ain't the first like
Yeah,
oh he
of course not.
wow. So I had my opinions about him before then. I've had my thoughts on that. He's got a plan and that he's not as it's not as everybody else sees it. However, I found myself like I'm making opinions and responses to something that I hadn't even watched. Like I was specifically responding to the 3.5 hour. How, bro, I couldn't believe it was 3.5 hours, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and I don't believe I watched it, but I did so that I could actually, yo, it's just when I say it and I hear it, it's like here I fed into what I realize is a whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I needed to be able to talk about it, bro. I needed to be able to talk about
Word,
it.
word. Yeah,
Because my response to people now is like, well, did you watch it? Did you watch it? Now, if you watched it, we can have a discussion about it. But if you didn't watch it and you just going off the clips, if you just going off them little sound bites that they didn't clipped up, I'm telling you right now, it's not the full story.
yeah. At all.
But if you did watch it, let's have a discussion because we don't even playing field. You know, what's your thoughts?
Um, yeah. So what I try not to do is 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 judge. I gotta like I was listening and I was rewinding a lot. You know what I mean? And one thing I could say is like I feel the truth. Like I feel like I feel like he's like you know how they say there's a thin line, right? I feel like what he's pushing is something that's alerting, where it's like, yeah, word, like all right, but what else? And it's kind of like a pullback on the what else part. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, is making me get into it, and then he's touching on all different factors, and it was kind of like, all right, that's personal. Okay, that's personal. You know what I mean? It kind of feel like a rant, but then, like I said, there was those major key parts, like him just talking about the media and specifically who's behind the media, and that's a collective thing. That's for all of us right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Then you got the parts where it's like, yo, I had enough. Where it's like, all right, but you're the one that's pushing this. And of course, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean you had enough? Like, you're the one that's pushing it. Like, so you make like, are we supposed to feel that's the part where it's like the fine line. Are we supposed to feel bad because you're pushing something that you know is hard to get through the threshold, and then your 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 rope that you're holding on to is the color? Well, I'm doing it for us, meaning, you know what I mean? So it's like, is it really for us? And then he pushing the religion. He pushing that hard. He's saying that this is God's plan. You know what I mean? So it's like you said, like I had to dive in so I could be able to talk about it because there's key points in there that's hitting. But as far as me giving like a answer, like I could just dance around it right now. That's how I feel like because that's what he doing.
That's what he doing. I mean, I'm saying so. Kanye 2024, because he said
2024.
if Ye, I'm sorry, he said if J and B, endorse him, support him,
Right.
that he'll win. I'm saying, like, is it
If Jay
first
and
of all,
Beyonce,
huh?
if Jay and Beyonce is endorsing him, he's gonna win. And what about if Trump run? Because I remember, I think Nori asked him that question, like, what if, because he supports Trump, but you know,
Yeah,
obviously he went for like, yeah, but it's me before anybody.
it's here we go, right? We
Yeah.
we start diving down this slope. It's like the truth. Bro, listen. It comes down to like, do you first of all, do you even what do you why would I vote for you? I don't personally know. It's a situation like me watching the interview. I don't even know what he stands for. I'm gonna be honest right now, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I mean, he made a statement about who was it? I'm trying to think who it was. They asked him to go
Well,
visit the Holocaust Center, and he said go
oh,
visit Planned Parenthood. That's our Holocaust. Our Holocaust.
that's our Holocaust.
You know, um, there was a lot of crazy things in that interview, bro.
Yo, a major though. Like,
There was a lot of crazy things, bro. Like so many crazy things. Um,
the the Floyd, that like yo, he it's crazy, bro. Like it's like
why is it crazy though? Why is it crazy?
be, all right,
Why?
it's all right, you know, that's just a word, right? Crazy. And for some reason, when shit seems out of ordinary, that's like the best word to choose.
Yeah, right. It's the go-to. It's the go-to.
The go-to word, like,
Yeah.
because then as soon as you say it, everybody else is like, "Oh, what's crazy?" And like that sequence of what he talks about,
Let's
it's
talk
like
about it.
everything he was, yeah, everything you hitting is like stuff that like people is not like. That's why, see, like,
It's crazy.
it's
Let's
a
talk
lot of
about
things
it.
that's
Let's talk about it. It's crazy. You know
let's
what's
talk
crazy
about.
right now? I'm looking at me and you right here. Like
Right.
that's crazy. But you get what I'm saying. Like it's just crazy to me because
All
I'm
right.
a little I'm a little delayed. But what's crazy about what he said about Floyd, George Floyd? What's crazy?
All right. In a way where like, all right, you know, you provoking. Like, no matter what you say about that shit,
Yeah.
if you're not on this line, which would be the yo, what they did was fucked up. Like, you see what I'm saying? If I feel like if you go anything on the other line, it's like you're provoking. You see what I'm saying? So he's saying that he saw the documentary. I don't really want to say too much because I don't really remember too much of that part, but I know what social media is pushing right now. And basically, like he's trying to say like the fentanyl, and he was calling out his girlfriend's name, and something about the foot wasn't really, the knee wasn't really on the neck. That's provoking right there, because like George Floyd was one of those situations where it's like, yo, another one again. You see what I'm saying? To the
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
So like that's provoking. So that's what I mean by crazy is like out, not crazy like yo he don't got it. Like he definitely got it, because if you touching situations, then you know what the fuck you doing. So like I don't know how you feel about that.
Um. So it's tough, bro. It's tough. I don't know Kanye personally,
Right.
and I know that George Floyd, like this, like hear me when I say all this. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, Donald Trump is back. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he back on Twitter, man.
Oh man, he about to
He back on Twitter.
2024.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What I just saw,
2024.
it just came through. Donald, he said, "Thank you, Elon Musk." All right, full transparency. So I do a little investing here and there. So I've been banking on this Twitter deal that Elon Musk is buying Twitter, and he's buying it for a certain amount. I think 44 billion, which equals a certain amount per share. So it's just to me a no brainer move. But it's been these hiccups along the way. It's been these hiccups, and it's been this whole thing. Like Elon Musk was like, "Well, I'm about to make Twitter basically freedom of speech friendly. Like we not gonna ban people. So like
Oh,
I'm on this live right now, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but it just said Donald Trump from his account. Thank you, Elon Musk. Right. So
okay.
that's gonna be an interesting. It's about to be all in the media. I know it is, and I'm pretty positive that the topic that we're talking about right now with Kanye is it's gonna be a discussion topic. I'm actually about to jump in right now myself. But what do I feel about talking about the George Floyd who is deceased? In the manner in which it was, the uproar that existed around it, man, it's tough, bro. It's tough. Like
Word.
to touch on that, to you know, you know, it's tough, bro. Like I'm trying to be as transparent as I can because we only have the perspective that the media gives us. Unless so you got like the ball player Steven Jackson, right? He had a personal relationship with George Floyd. He's different than most of us. He's different because he had a personal relationship with this guy. And like the store owner, the other cops that were there, certain people have different perspectives other than those who weren't there. We only see what the media gave us, bro.
Yeah.
And not every how do you think stuff happens and then years down the line it's always this footage that was unreleased can come out. Like 10 years later, all right, what is
Oh,
it? What is it? 2022?
yeah.
9/11 happened. They'll release 10 years from now unreleased footage from 9/11. Like you'll be like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, where the how y'all didn't release this footage then?
Like somebody walking away from the building system part
Right,
was, yeah, it might be some
right.
weird shit.
It's always something, bro. That's media, though, man. That's media.
Oh,
Whether it be the
I
person who captured it, they didn't get the deal that they wanted, or they know if they hold out a little longer, they'll get more.
yeah.
So it's tough, bro, because I just am learning to say, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know, right? And if a person is claiming this, it can seem insensitive. I know the family is suing Kanye for 250 million. Well,
Yeah,
why
something
are
like
they
that.
suing him for 250 million? I'll tell you one thing: if me and you came out and said something about it, they wouldn't sue us for 250 million. Why? Number one, we don't
They
have it. I mean, I don't
and
have
they
it.
take advantage of him being back against the wall type situation. It could be that.
Having money, having deep pockets. It's just
Uh,
all such a thing, bro. It's all such a thing. Like where you know, like what does he have to gain from it? Like, is there much gain from him doing this? Right? Specifically the George Floyd thing. I'm not talking about him being controversial because I do believe that leads to financial returns. But bro, being talking about George Floyd, who's dead already,
I
and saying
mean,
that the cop didn't have his knee on his neck, he referenced the uh I'm sorry. I don't want to mess her name up. Uh bear with me. Um, her name is Candace Owens. She did the documentary on George Floyd. Candace Owens did the documentary that Kanye West references. Okay, um, and the name of it is wait, hold on. I'm gonna give you the exact name of it. I don't want to get anything wrong with this. I feel like it was the greatest. Wait, hold on. The greatest lie ever sold. That's the name of it. the greatest lie ever sold. And it's like, all right, bro, that's deep, bro. That's deep. It makes like, don't you want to watch? Like, you may not, but I want to watch it because it's like, all right, he putting these words out about this dude that I'm all right. I'm watching it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm watching it. I'll probably be talking about it later. You know.
Yo, so like what you said about the like shit just coming out the blue, right?
Yeah.
Then we got the other part with Ray J and Kim, and yo, and the way he speaks so freely about, you know what I mean, like her. It's like what he said. She owns what 5%, right, of Yeezy,
Yeah.
and he owns 5% of Skims,
Yep.
right? And then he mentioned about the fact that there's another, there might be, or whatever the case may be, another tape. So it's like, how do you stay relevant? Like, do we take old dirt and keep piling it, and making it seem like there's more under the rug? You know what I mean? Like, do we just keep making it seem like that because people are so nosy? Like, they'll just, like Jeffrey Dahmer coming, like, you see that shit been happening.
Right.
And look at it now. That shit is
been
kicking
happening
in all types of ways. Like, I guarantee you, for Halloween, people are gonna be Jeffrey Dahmer. I guarantee you, there's gonna be another Jeffrey Dahmer made. Like, you see what I'm saying, on some same, moving the same way. Right after the actual little series they had, they dropped another thing about him, which was more on the real side, like confession tapes and shit. It's like you just keep like. So I feel like Kanye is just on that same level. Like, you, like, I don't know how you saying like, all right, the media not, but how are you here then? Really? Like, you up there, like his problem with Forbes, right? His problem with Forbes, they not really saying his net worth or whatever. Kanye 2024, man, he like, what's your expectations for 2024? Like,
I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it any chance. Really, it's not. It's no chance, man. It's no chance. I mean, when you all right, let me put it like this, because I was about to say, when you are being banned and pushed off of every single platform, but then that's the same for Donald Trump, and I wouldn't say the same for
yeah,
Donald Trump, that there's no chance. I think that when Donald Trump runs, I do believe that he has a legitimate chance because of everything he's built in that Republican Party. And
what about Obama? We didn't think that was gonna happen.
I mean, that's a whole different thing. I mean, I was, oh, did I think? That's a tough question for me, bro. Um, did I?
Sometimes it's like
If
come
you
out of
asked
the
me, did I
blue or
think it was
something.
gonna happen? Like, if you would
Yeah,
have
just
asked me
not
prior, huh?
not specifically Obama, just the fact of us having one.
Nah, nope, nope. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like,
Nope, nope, never, nope, didn't, nope, nope. That whole like, oh, you could be president of the United States one day. That was just like something that like
felt like a joke or some shit.
women
Like,
would say, teachers would say. It was just like something like, come on, don't just like just say stuff. I could be anything I want to be. You know what I mean? Like that's just nope. I get what you're saying. Um, even though he was president, that still doesn't make me feel like anything is possible. I'm gonna be honest.
right, yeah,
That's
hell
not what
yeah.
makes me feel that anything is possible. I feel that anything is possible to an extent for a whole different reason. Nothing to do with him becoming president. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but bro, let me tell you, man, with this 2024 thing, uh, I don't think there's no chance. I just personally, but it's 2022 now, right? And
Yeah.
as it looks right now, I don't see any chance. But I don't know what could happen tomorrow. I don't know what could happen in the next year after that. I don't know.
Saying 2023 for prisoners. I see an abundance of resources for one. definitely resources. Like Bird's Eye View Perspective, right? This is our new edition once a month, man. But expect many more of things coming out, like especially the resources that we want to push. Like the whole point of this is opinions, right? Like we want people to feel comfortable with being able to. It's not just about prison. It's just about awareness. Period. You know what I mean? Like everything is connected. So this is more of a way of like, let's say, an exercise where you could speak about things that might be going on around you. You know what I mean? Like instead of holding things in and then ending up making a decision that might have you away where you can't speak freely about certain things. You know what I mean? Like future for prisoners, I see better for ones who obviously want to be better. You know what I mean? I see, like I said, more resources that we could put out there for people to grasp onto, for people to understand. I see more talks like this, but as a bigger collective. You know what I mean? Like I feel a safe haven for people to come in and speak about this. Um,
I do too. I do too.
yeah,
It's 100%, man. I, listen, I had some people, man. People that know me have responded to prisoners and the initiative that we're taking. Some people understand it. Some people don't understand it. Some people's comments have been uplifting and encouraging, and some people's comments have been like, "Why did you even say that?" You know, from those closest to me. And it's not that it was even like a direct negative. It's just probably how I took it. It's but combined, that tells me like, yo, we on to something, and this is what is much needed, because the whole purpose is to bring awareness to something that we feel not enough awareness has been brought. So it's only expected that people will not understand. If everyone understood, there would be no purpose in this. It would just be something fun for us. It would be easy for
yeah,
us. No, this is what we're doing, is literally bridging a gap, crossing over a water that is just misunderstood. It's just all this misunderstanding. It's a sea of misunderstanding that we're trying to cross over. And I'm excited, bro, about, like every day something happens. So every day something happens. Whether it's me and you talking, we'll come up with an idea. We might not even be thinking about it. Something random. Oh, bro, yo, this is how. And that's the true organic sense of this mission, bro, and this movement. You know what I mean? I want people to put a microscope on us, bro. I want people to put that lens on us and just watch. Like, oh, let me watch when they're gonna mess up. Let me watch and see how these guys are gonna contradict what they're saying and what they. It's not. This ain't about me. I tell you that. This ain't about
yeah,
Terry.
yeah.
Like it ain't. This is
Word.
what you seeing. We bringing awareness to this whole city, because this is a perpetual, continuous fight and process that we're going through, you know. And I personally, I don't have time, bro, to like try to dictate, what I came from, to try to justify what I'm doing now makes sense to you, that is in the group of misunderstandings of why this even makes sense. Maybe one day you'll get it. Maybe one day you get it. But for now, there's people that need this. There's people that need
Yeah,
us, and there's people that need to hear what we discussing and what we talking about. And it's not just about prison. It's prison-ish. So that means it's a prison-ish twist to it, from a
right,
perspective of people from prison. It's not everything about prison. It's not everything. We regular people. We regular people. We eat regular food. We don't just only
right.
we don't only make soups with lukewarm hot water. Like, we eat regular, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be pretty good, man. It's gonna be pretty good, pretty dope, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And the natural habitat of it, the way the flow is just it makes it even that much better. Like none of this is you know what I mean? Like I feel like people who do tune in and see it, I know you could feel it. Like I
Yeah.
know for a fact you could feel it because ain't nothing feel forced. You see what I'm saying? Like it's something that we both been through. Like you said, it's prison ish. So
Yeah.
it's just outlooks. You see what I'm saying? We gonna hit every single. That's what perspectives. We gonna hit every single type of perspective until the ones who really misunderstand can sit there and be like, "Oh, I get it." Like, and it's gonna take time. Patience is a virtue that's installed in us already. So we just gotta keep pushing, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So just keep expecting more and more and more and more and this and deeper, deeper, like from the inside and the outside, both ways. You know what I mean? Just keep expecting that.
And we're gonna hit y'all from every single angle. I'm trying to tell you right now. You seen it first right here. We gonna hit you from every single element. See, you watching us on YouTube right now. You might have seen us on Instagram. You might be driving down the expressway one day. You might drive down a billboard. You might hear us on the radio, or something might just you got. Yo, we coming.
Yeah.
This awareness is that important to us. So we gonna hit. We gonna hit you in all the unexpected ways. We are attacking this stigma that needs to be rid of in our communities, and by any means, we attacking it. I'm trying to tell y'all, like we coming to a city near you, wherever you
Right.
at, we coming, and we're gonna attack it, and you're gonna see us at the basketball courts. You're gonna see us at the local community centers. You're gonna see us uh, uh, not just during the holidays, passing out this and that. You're gonna see us doing things all the time where it's needed. You know, so
And yo, and for the YouTubers, right? Like if you seen Bird's Eye View, I know you seen a lot of Jersey, but if you from anywhere else, speak up.
we got
Give us go on prisoners.com, share your story. You could be from Texas, it doesn't matter. Like I feel like I gotta let people know because I know that they see in these episodes and they keep hearing Jersey, Jersey. Nah. That's just who's stepping up right now.
yeah. That's that
Be
that
honest.
that and that
Yeah,
he ain't lying. That's who's stepping up.
that's just
That's
who's
who's
stepping
stepping
up
up.
right now. But we accepting everybody and on
Stop.
top of that, yeah, you seen a lot of people who were locked up, but this isn't just Bird's Eye View ain't just for people who locked up either. So if you have family members, if you the one that haven't been into any criminal system or anything, and you just want to speak about it, this platform is for you too. See what I'm saying? So put your hand up, write us, however way you could contact us. Like we want to hear your story too. It's a
Yeah.
collective thing. You know what I mean? Like it's a collective thing. It ain't just about us. It's everybody put together. Like we trying to form. We're not trying to. We are forming a community that's gonna impact the world. You know what I mean? So people can make better decisions. You know what I mean? This is your little brother. This is your sister. This is your uncle. This is your whoever that you know is fighting the system so much or fighting themselves. Like we trying to help you understand more and look at it from a different angle so you don't have to make those decisions anymore. You know what I mean? Like the choice is yours at the end of the day, but we're gonna help you understand that you do have choices. Because a lot of people feel like they don't. We're gonna help you figure it out.
That's
Or at least
facts.
we're gonna put it out there every single type of way. So
That's facts. That's
stay
facts.
tuned.
Like,
Tap in.
yeah, that's the facts. That's the whole point of the community. It's the whole point. It's the whole point. Where a brother may fall or sister may fall, however you want to look at it. Um, by those examples, do we prevent, you know what I'm saying, our next brother, our next sister from falling? You know, and I don't. It's so much in life, bro. That for me personally, it's so much that you know I haven't lost anything, bro. People. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I get irritated. People are so stuck on the tangible things in life, man. People look at what they deem as what was like a success. You know what? was the path that would have been the best. And when it's there's a detour that's taken, it's like, oh, messed up his journey. It's like an NBA player who was going to the NBA, something happens, and oh, he had a perfect path. He had a perfect path. But this dude ends up going on to become a neighborhood community coach, and he changes and personally impacts lives on the daily, in and out. And he's a father figure to individuals whose fathers aren't there. Like, you know, I, I just need people to understand that, it's not about always solely about the best job, the most money, you know, um, the dream situation.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The dream. Right.
It's not always about that. Like, it's not. It's not, you know, and you got to be careful with how you. It's just important to understand that we don't know, we don't write the path, we don't draw the path, we don't draw the story. Um, it's just literally doing your best and doing your part for right now and for today, right? So that's my commitment, man. That's my commitment. I don't care what anybody says. And when I say anybody, bro, I mean anybody. I mean Tay, I mean my mother, my father, and that's not disrespectful. I
Yeah. Nah.
don't, because I feel that I'm gonna make the best decision that will affect even those who I love. This is real. This is real. Like, it's real. So, man, my hope is that people grasp like the truth, man, out of this. Um, yeah, this is about prison. We the common denominator is prison, but man, let me tell you, man, you one decision away from being in a situation that you never thought you'd be in your life. So,
Right.
with that being with that being said, man, you take it as, and the choice definitely is yours. I used to hate that. I used to hate that, bro. I used to hate that statement. I used to hate
Turned
that
out to be.
statement, bro. That's
Yeah.
our fucking slogan. I used to hate it, bro.
Word, I feel you, cause it's crazy. My principal used to say it to me. Like he used to say, "It is what it is, and the choice is yours." But at the end of the day, it's the truth, and you see what I'm saying. We just want to show y'all the different perspective of truth at the same time. See what I'm saying? Like our truth don't have to be your truth, but we could always come to a common ground and understand that we don't have to go through life like this or feel neglected. Even on top of that, you see what I'm saying? Like you don't really gotta. You know how they say love thy neighbor. You know what I mean? You don't gotta go to that extent, but you should at least lend a hand. You should at least say something. You know what I mean? And that's what this is. That's exactly what it is. We lending a hand. We can't do it for you, but we will inform you and we will put the resources out there for you to get it. So this is bird's eye view perspective. Choice is yours, man.
Choice is
We
yours.
out.
Hey, man.